He was that noble! I didn't know he'd do that to her, I swear!
Today, just look straight ahead. But peace can be found when you look up instead. Oh, wait. Your eyes see a thief, but I promise, I'm not. I'm just a poet. Let your eyes and ears deceive you not. Might I suggest placing your weapon by your side, and we can talk about whatever you'd like. What you see is what you get. I could be a grave robber, a beggar, or even a merchant. But deep down, I'm a bard, through and through. I sing tales found in every corner of the world, old and new. I'm here because I had a question for one of the foes lurking around. But it seems he met his end, for he is nowhere to be found. Bandits stormed in, fearless and bold, but a dragonkin leader took them down, truly a sight to behold. Language of the dragonkin is not one I know, but I heard them say, Hismar the Beserker dragon, the continent's one common foe. What was I up to, you inquire? Now that's an interesting answer to desire. You wouldn't believe what safety reveals. A moment which inspired this new poem that details all that I feel. I've wandered this land for years on end, gathering inspirational and thought-provoking knickknacks that twist and bend. When you're out and about, and there are some oddities you'll find, these bits and bobs are items that I collected, of the curious kind. They might not be of great use to me, yet they could be exactly what you need to see. But take a peek at what I've got. You might find something, or maybe not. Not enough. Still a long way to go. Disgusting things, spiders here and there. It wasn't like this before, I swear. When they were tiny, they had their own unique charm. But seeing them in this monstrous form is a cause for alarm. I guess it's true what they say. Everything will change, even if you want it to stay. Let me tell you a story. Something special. It's the first tale of a man named Digor. He was a man who, despite only having hope, never felt poor. Fate took his family, though it was tough. Yet they say life will only give us challenges that we can handle well enough. And with a voice that was charming and good looks to admire, Digor also had a loving wife. What more could these two desire? They had it all. So what do you think? Sounds like a tale full of hope, doesn't it? They say venom can kill, but I say it's quite handy. You can use it for so many things, so I always keep some ready. I've been wandering these caves, gathering as much as I can. How will it be used? That's a riddle I don't understand. Because there are only two uses, and one involves saving a man. Hello, friend. How long has it been? It's good to see you again. You do know that a bard's song never ends, so I'm sure you're itching for the next part, you not? Let me spin you another tale of Digor's grim life, where vile desires tore all he loved from his sight. Have you ever seen a beautiful flower? Yet beneath such beauty, there's always something rotten and afoul. Such knowledge was known to Digor's wife, for a disgusting nobleman wanted her in his life. With a single glance, that monster felt desires vile, and in his dark heart he began to scheme with a twisted smile. If our paths should cross again someday, I'll continue the story in the same way. In these mountains, remnants of old fortunes lay, once thriving with life, now barren and grey. Curious? It's no mystery. Blame it on the plague from the red tree. If you catch it, you're doomed to a slow and painful demise. Funnily enough, I now need it for my own dark surprise. Why, you wonder? Well, the story is always the same. Sometimes you just have to inflict a little pain. This place really gets my mind burning. A bittersweet spot where my thoughts keep turning. It once echoed with music and graceful shows, but now it marches towards a painful close. Don't pay attention to what I've said. I'm just a humble bard, with useless words coming out of my head. But the show must go on, and on we shall go. I caught your attention, did I not? How about the rest of Digor's tale, lest you forgot? The third tale of Digor is about how his life was shattered. A tale about how his wife died, the only person he loved, the only one that mattered. One day, the noble sent him a request, asking him to sing at a grand party for all his guests. Digor was full of excitement at his stroke of luck. But alas, it was not a wonderful chance, but rather tragedy, as disaster struck. There was no party, no guests, no fun. Instead, he found his beloved wife, eyes glossed over, slain by the horrors the nobleman had done. In that cruel mansion, Digor found and lost all he held dear. Now the end of his journey finally draws near. This place is full of memories of life, of him and his dear beloved wife. Memories of singing, playing, and vows so bright. The promise of joy and a future full of light. Call it a send-off, a tribute, whatever the name, it's all the same. A final farewell to memories slain. The revenge-driven soul is approaching. It's quite the coincidence, meeting like this, in the midst of chaos, an unexpected twist. Or maybe it's to be expected. What else remains, other than our story of revenge to be explained? It shouldn't be a shock that our fates intertwine, like a key and a lock. It's time to share my final verse. In complete despair, my life a curse. In the pursuit of solace and delight, I sought vengeance against the nobleman from that night. Why do the most beautiful flowers always perish too soon? Why do people feel the need to wound? I found myself drowning in despair, utterly lost. Memories of her kept flooding back, their toll a heavy cost. As I roamed the lands, it became clear I had an unfinished cause, the lingering call of vengeance, a fate tied to yours. Surely you've come a long way seeking revenge. I understand your feelings more than you know. See that desiccated body over there? Oh, it's quite the sight, isn't it? A creature dying from spider venom and plague. Come now, let's make one final stand. Khazan, the fallen great general of the Empire. Let's spit on the corpses of those who drove us to madness and raise a toast to their wails of sadness.